Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone had a great weekend, and I hope you're getting ready for a great week this week. Good news with equities. Small cap stocks, guys, are really moving higher, making a run. So the Russell 2000 really making a run here. It is the number one index right now. All right. So when we look at the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ, Russell number one right now. So great move in the Russell. If you guys look here, the IWM on the daily time frame, guys, we're looking really good. All right. So for 2 weeks now, right? So 2 weeks, what's that? 2 weeks into the year, small caps are leading. All right. So our stock boss traders, you guys want to be all over those small cap stocks in your system. So follow your heat seeker. All right, you guys know it runs every day. At the end of the day, we track over 22,000 stocks with heat seeker. All right. Keep an eye on basic materials, right? Basic materials and healthcare. But basic materials, the number one sector. Okay, number one index, Russell, small caps. Number one sector right now, basic materials. Okay, so metals, gold, silver, that's the number one sector right now. So good news in that market. The S&P, guys, we are trading right at all-time highs, and we are breaking out on the S&P. All right, on the Dow, we are breaking out on the Dow as well. We've retraced a bit. All right, about 640 points away from a Dow 50,000. That will be a record making um, for the Dow. All right, wouldn't it be great to see that, guys? A Dow 50,000, right? Who would have thought, right? Big, big number ahead. So we'll see. Hopefully this week, um, VIX is low. VIX is around 15. So hopefully we continue to have low volatility, right? An environment of low volatility, uh, so that we can get to that $50,000 mark on the Dow. All right, NASDAQ has a buy signal. So all four of the indexes, guys, have buy signals, okay? NASDAQ is holding firm right at resistance. Hasn't broken out yet like the other indexes, but holding firm. We'll take that. All right. So all four indexes looking good. And VIX is at 1580.86. The dollar index, keep an eye on the dollar index this week. All right. Dollar index is at 99. We've been making higher lows. You guys see here. Here are the lows here. Each candle here. We've gone from sellers to neutral to buyers here. So every candle, daily candle here, we keep moving higher. So we went from 97 and changed to 98. Here we are, 99. The goal is to get to right at that $100 mark right here at that resistance level and then break to the upside. All right. Now, if the dollar index breaks through that resistance, starts moving higher, right, in the markup phase starts to trend, we could see where the price action on gold and silver might slow down a bit. Okay? All right, so that's an inverse trade, right? So if the dollar moves higher, gold, that's not good for gold. Okay, so we might see gold, not that it will sell off, but it might consolidate near the top. All right, so keep an eye on that. But buyers are coming in, green candles. We just need to break resistance here and get a buy signal in the dollar right here. Currently, this is not good, right? This is not good. So overnight, right now, the indexes are down. All right, hopefully that change in the morning. All right, so the Dow, the E-mini, right, the US 30 E-mini, and guys, be careful shorting these E-minis overnight, right? Be careful with that, even if they're down this evening. So the US 30, all right, the US 30 is down 280 points down. That's a high number. Something must be going on, all right? Keep an eye on the new. Let's see here, Bloomberg. Keep an eye on it. That's a high number for um, for this evening here. So the US 30 down 292. The Nasdaq is down 255. S&P is down 50 points. Russell is down 23 points. But guys, let me know. Let me know if there's anything going on this evening. Let me know. So just put it in the chat if something is going on that might be causing this selling. That's quite a bit of selling. Okay. All right. The Asian market just opened up. 708 Asian market opened right at 7. So that is a bit of a concern. Hopefully, we'll see that change overnight. Okay. All right. Sectors. Let's see here. Tech sector. Still holding no buy signal. So you guys, technology. All right. We're seeing a rotation from large cap stocks. Right. Large cap stocks. Okay. Those mega cap stocks into small cap stocks. Okay, so that's why we see the Nasdaq flattening right here. Right, Nasdaq is kind of holding back. All right, tech. Right, the XLK, that's your technology sector, that's holding back as well. All right, so they're buying right now small caps. Okay, small cap stocks. So technology just holding. We do need it to break through. Get a buy signal there. Healthcare moving up nicely there. That's part of small cap. Biotech, all right, pulling back a bit, but still holding. Good move there. Need to break through that resistance there. Financials, okay, financials. I made a video on financials. We have a sell signal on financials. But don't give up on financials, right? If rates come down, guys, financials, these banks will move higher, okay? They like this low rate environment. Consumer discretionary holding. There staples, nothing here. Basic materials, all right? We talked about it, guys. Number one, this is the number one sector right now, okay? Basic materials. So gold, silver, metals. All right, so you can trade the raw material, but you can also trade the paper asset, right? All righty here. All right, so the XLB basic materials. So in Stock Boss, right, Heat Seeker, tons of basic materials stocks, okay? And also Bullmaster as well. Consumer service, communication services, sell signal, guys. Sell signal there, all right? Energy is breaking out. We might finally, we'll see, we might finally start to see some, get some buying opportunities in energy. We broke out, right? We broke out last week. We got a buy signal. It had retraced, and now it's breaking out. We'll keep an eye on energy, okay? Utilities, all right, nothing there. And international, emerging markets, I'm holding firm here. All right, Forex. All right, lots of volatility coming in consolidation coming into Forex. Okay, so we'll take a look. We don't have a lot of direction right now. Okay, yen pairs are still holding firm. We'll take a look at those. The dollar, keep an eye on the dollar. We're looking for a breakout there. Aussie, there were great trades going in the Aussie pairs. Those have pulled back a bit. Pound pairs, Euro pairs, Kiwi pairs, nothing there. So not a lot going on with Forex, okay? Hopefully that will change this week. We're starting to see sellers coming in here on the Aussie and the Kiwi pairs. On the 60 and on the 240. We have buying here on the daily, but that's a concern here. Okay, that those sellers coming in here on the smaller time frames, really messing the trades up. Same thing here on the yen pairs, selling here on the 60, selling here on the 240. Okay, and we'll take a look at those symbols. On the daily, still holding, but sellers are coming in. That's not good here. Dollar pairs, we are seeing some buying coming in here on the dollar pairs. Good amount of buying on the 240. This is the 60, 240 daily here. Kind of mixed on the daily. Euro and pound, nothing there. I guess decent amount of volatility on the daily time frame. The 240 has been a concern as far as volatility. All right, so we have about, I would say about 40% volatility. Everything else is consolidating down here. All right, so good news though. We have volatility here on the 60-minute time frame, but I'm afraid it's probably most of these are shorts. Okay, coming in here. That's selling coming in here. All right, lots of selling. If you guys look here, that's quite a bit of selling on the 60. All right, so that's all. This is red. These are all down, all through here. All right, all through here. And then even on the 240, right, that's quite a bit of selling coming in here on the 240. Look at that. All through here, selling, selling, selling. All right, still be careful shorting because you'll be going against the overall trend. All right, but this could change, guys, especially on the 60-minute time frame. Right, buyers could come in this week and turn everything around. So just be careful. Top Forex trend in pairs. Let's take a look here. Euro short, EURSEK, USD CNH, pound ZAR. Look at pound ZAR here. So you guys might find some good shorts. Be careful though. Aussie New Zealand, USD MXN, that's your Mexican peso here, a good short here. We might want to take a look at those shorts. All right, we haven't looked at shorts in a while. With that selling coming in here, we might want to take a look at shorts. Okay. All right, those are your top pairs really. Euro ZAR, so that's so let's go back here. Euro SEK, that is short. That's number one. USD CNH, that's number two. That is short. Pound ZAR, that's number three. That is short. Aussie New Zealand, that's long. USD MXN, so 4 out of the 5 top pairs are all down, trending down. Euro ZAR, that's trending down. ZAR Yen, that's up. Euro Aussie, that's down. So we'll take a look. We'll see. On the short side. The pound, the yen pairs, we were really looking for the yen pairs to take over these top spots here. But they're pulling back a bit. But guys, look here. Every time price came here to that moving average here, went back up, moving average, went back up, moving average, went back up, moving average, right? So just because sellers are coming in now doesn't mean, we could come back down to this moving average here and then keep moving higher. We have to respect the overall trend, right? It's on the daily time frame. So a lot has to change, right, to happen to change this trend here. So for now, we'll stay long, respect the long side, but you can certainly look for opportunities on the short side. Pound yen, all right, it's holding right here for now. All right, dollar CAD, Aussie CAD. All right, so, but really the euro, I guess it's mixed. So euro, dollar, pound, Aussie, dollar, euro, yen. So top leaders mixed right now, okay? But most are to the downside short, okay? All right. Big trends on the monthly time frame: Aussie, New Zealand, long, Swiss yen, long, Euro, Aussie, all right, Euro CAD. All right, we have lots of Euro pairs on the monthly. So number 3 is Euro, Aussie. Number 4 is Euro CAD. This on the monthly now, so big, real big picture there. Euro pound, they're leading, but they're not moving. Okay. Euro yen, so that's a yen pair. Euro NOK. Euro New Zealand, that's some big monthly. So that is interesting. The euro pairs are Euro TRY here and Euro dollar. So euro pairs and some of the pound pairs, but particular euro pairs. All these here are euro pairs. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. That's big picture, long-term, monthly time frame. Keep an eye on that there. As far as alerts, no real direction, guys. Aussie pairs are reversing here. All right, Aussie pairs, yen pairs are closing. Right, yen pairs are closing. Aussie pairs are reversing, closing as well. All these are yen pairs. Right, they're moving lower. They were long. They're going short. I like this, right? Like this radar here because it shows us the signals that are coming through at a glance, right? So guys, not a lot of opportunities right now in Forex on the 240. These are on the 240 here, very mixed. These are reversing yen pairs. Dollar pairs are holding to the upside, but mixed. Euro pairs to the downside, a lot of consolidation in the euro pairs, right? A lot of consolidation. Very messy, very messy. So just be careful. VIX on the monthly time frame, guys, we're just holding at 15 here. Can't complain, we're under 20. All right, the MAG 7s, don't expect much with the MAG 7s until the NASDAQ really breaks through, starts moving again. And technology stock, right? Your technology sector starts to really move, okay? So Tesla, guys, we have a sell signal on Tesla. NVIDIA, we have a sell signal on the daily time frame there. Microsoft sell signal, and it is in the markdown phase, redistribution, so it's breaking through that support here. Look at that, guys, not good for Microsoft. We have support, further support here. We can bring this up, right about, yeah, right here, but more support down here. And it looks like it will probably break through that support level. So not good for Microsoft, okay? Now that price came from 549, trading at 149. All right. That's Microsoft. Meta, sell signal, same thing here, guys. It's clearly in the markdown phase. All right, clearly in the markdown phase. All right, markdown, markup, distribution, markdown, and this is redistribution. We keep moving lower, making lower lows, lower highs. Here's your trend line. It keeps moving lower here. All right. So tech, not good. Mag 7s, not good. Small caps, that's where it is so far unless things change, okay? So they're rotating out of large cap stocks, out of tech, into small cap stocks. Google is the only one that's holding firm, guys. All right, so it has a buy signal here, holding right now. Amazon, a sell signal as well in Amazon. Okay, no buy signal. And Apple, no buy signal. So we only have one buy signal in the Max 7s, and that's Google. That's not good. Apple, right here. All right, so buy signal here. All right, so mark down, mark up, follow your process. Distribution, broke support right here. Perfect sell signal came in right here on a break of support. Let's bring this in. All right, so mark down, mark up, right? Broke support, red candle, sell signal right here. That's distribution. Now it's in the markdown phase. Breaking support here. I know it's yellow support and resistance here. Never mind that. It is breaking here. So it's not purple, yellow, but still should be out. All right. Not good. But small cap stocks are moving, so follow the market. All right, big picture Dow, guys. Dow on the daily time frame. We've removed the 60 and the 240, especially the 240. We don't need it anymore, right? So we are breaking out daily time frames. We don't need to micro manage the indexes right now. Okay, daily time frame, strong price action. We're looking good. Okay, so Dow, guys, on the daily time frame looks good. Dow on the weekly, look here. Lots of strong buying here on the weekly, looks good. Dow on the monthly looks really good as well. Okay, so very bullish. We're bullish, bullish, bullish. S&P, all right, on the daily time frame, buy signal here. All right, it's moving higher, slowly moving higher. We need to break resistance here on the S&P. All right, S&P weekly looks good. S&P on the monthly, look at the S&P on the monthly, guys. Just amazing, amazing. Since 2010, 2011, guys, almost straight up. Same with the Dow and the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ on the daily time frame, as I mentioned, guys, right, we do have a buy signal, but it's holding right here. Wouldn't be surprised, all right, if we break through resistance this week. All right, if we get bad news, that might hurt. But guess what, guys? I mean, we've had bad news, doesn't matter. Market's still holding. So bad news, good news right now really doesn't matter with this market. So resistance is here. We need to break through resistance here on the NASDAQ. That will help the Max 7s and tech in general. The NASDAQ on the weekly looks good. NASDAQ on the monthly looks amazing, right? Really good price action here on the NASDAQ. But your number one, again, the Russell Index, small caps, that's number one. I would say Dow is number two. So if you would put them in order, Russell number one, Russell 2000 number one, Dow number two, S&P number three, and then the NASDAQ is number four. And you can trade those. You can trade those indexes too. You could trade them. Okay. All right. So not just the stocks. You can actually trade those indexes. So the IWM, the Russell, guys, buy signal here. Good price action. Number one looks really, really good. All right. It lagged last year. All year the Russell lagged behind the NASDAQ and the S&P and the Dow, and now it's leading. How quickly things change, right? So Russell on the daily, Russell on the weekly. All right, good potential here on the Russell. That's a nice breakout. Good price action. Good potential here. Okay. Russell monthly. Look at the current month on the Russell. Nice big monthly here, right? Nice healthy candle, nice breakout there. We're gonna bring in the Qs, okay, guys? So to give us, I wouldn't say confirmation, more trading opportunities. Okay, so you guys know we can trade the QQQ, all right, the S&P or the SPY. So the Qs, the spiders, and the diamonds. Okay, so Qs, that's the NASDAQ. So we're gonna bring those in on the weekly time frame. Why I like the weekly, most of your corrections, all right, so when the market turns over, when the market, if and when the market turns over, which it will eventually, that selling we want to look for will be on the weekly time frame. Okay, so you guys might want to make a note of that, because a lot of times we will get forced out of the trades on even on the daily time frames with Stock Boss and Bull Master. Okay, and we'll get selling on the daily, and then guess what, all of a sudden price continues to move higher. Well, on the weekly time frame, if we get sellers on the weekly, right, and we get a sell signal on the weekly time frame, usually that's a correction. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on it. So if we get red candles here or sell signals on the weekly time frame, not on the daily, not on the 240, not on the monthly, on the weekly time frame, that's trouble. Okay, so we're gonna watch these, but on the QQQ, because you can trade those. Okay, so if we get big sell signals on the QQQs, that might be an opportunity to short the market, or get puts on the market. Okay, so those are real moves. So those are big real moves. Usually when we get those, we'll get a 30, 25, 30% correction with sell signals on the weekly time frame. All right, so we'll watch them now as we keep moving higher. We're really getting extended. So this run here, guys, was from here to here. That was 2 years, 2-year run from here to here. All right, from here to here, 1 year. From here to here, 2 years. And here we're getting into the second year here. So we're expecting a decent amount of correction this year. Okay, so we don't know when that will happen, but expect that. Okay, I mean, look at the range here, look at the range here, and then here we are here, right? Can't go on forever. So we need to just start managing. Same thing here. All right, that's what, a year and a half run here. All right, here. That's about a year, a little less than a year and a half. Let's say a year and a quarter there. All right, and then here we are in a year. So this year we will have a correction. Okay. All right. How deep? If it, will it be like this or like this? We don't know, but it will happen. We'll have a correction this year. Okay. All right. That is my professional assessment. Okay, we will have a correction, so we're getting ready for that as we move higher. Okay, but no concern yet. Bitcoin, all right, we had a buy signal here on Bitcoin, guys. That buy signal on the daily time frame came in at 94,000. We're pulling back a bit. We're now trading below resistance with a white candle at 92. All right, keep an eye on that. That is a concern there. We need a bounce. We need to stay above resistance here, just like we did here, and keep moving higher. White candle here, that's not good. We have some near-term support right here, but that's not good. Okay. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, sellers are coming back in. You guys see here, red candle, right? So last week we had a white candle here, but so far, guess what? This week, red candle here. Keep an eye on that. Bitcoin on the monthly looks good. Yen pairs, you guys know what's going on with the yen. Okay, so yen on the 240, we have sellers coming in. That buy signal closed. If we get a sell signal on the daily, we really might have to look for some short opportunities. On the weekly, is holding so far. Let's see what it does on the daily. Hopefully we get a bounce. Okay, a bounce there. Gold, let's take a look. All right, gold is at uh, just amazing. 4,683 all-time highs in gold. I have no idea where it's going, guys. It's just going up. This is true trend following, right? Just follow the trend. All right. You'd think that it would have pulled back, at least recapture the moving average here, but it broke resistance, and guys, it's just going. All right. So 4,683 on gold. The buy signal was all the way down here. It just keeps moving higher, getting past purpose support and resistance. All right. So everyone is buying it. Gold on the monthly right here. Silver, and again, basic materials. Okay, silver is at 81. All right, silver, guys, made a high all the way to 84, 81, holding right now this evening. Okay, but gold, between gold and silver, just amazing. If you've missed, like I said, if you've missed the physical metals, you could move silver to a smaller time frame. And we'll take a look at your monster metals. All right, buy signal here on the 60-minute time frame here. Quick look at the 30. All right, you could wait for a buy signal on the 30. That should come in probably around 84. Okay. Let's put it back on the daily here. So there's some opportunities out there. Silver, all right, nice breakout here. All right, we weren't expecting this breakout, guys. We thought that silver would retrace just like it did here back in 2011. So it made it to that high here and just really took off. Monthly time frame here. So last couple of months, just big moves. Crude oil, nothing so far. All right, in the futures market, it is moving, but nothing so far. Bonds, nothing here. Nothing there. Okay. Quick look at our systems. Let's see. Monster scalper on the 60-minute time frame, guys. We have, as I mentioned, we have sellers coming in here. If you trade on the 60, you need to get out quickly. No real direction there. The 60-minute just has not been popular for us last year. Well, Forex has been difficult, but it did open up. So just be very, this is good trading here, right? So bought here, sold here, could have shorted here. All right, you just have to be selective. All right, you could have shorted here. So let's bring in the shorts here. So those of you who've been trading with us for a while, I wouldn't recommend new traders to trade the 60-minute. All right, so CAD yen, you could have shorted here. So sell short, buy to cover, sell went long here. So you could have traded the mark down, traded the mark up. All right, this here was a loss here, a new short here. All right, but be careful with the 60. On the 240, let's take a look here. So the Aussie pairs. So sellers are definitely coming in, guys, in the Aussie pairs. So Aussie New Zealand closed. Aussie Swiss. We got a red candle here, gap down. Boy, you might want to close that. You could get a bounce, but if it closes, you could definitely close the trade now. But if it closes red, gotta get out. Have to get out, okay? Could get a bounce here, just like you got a bounce here along that trend line, but you gotta be careful here, okay? It could certainly move lower. All right, we were hoping that it would stay within here, kind of consolidate, right along that triangle here. But purple support and resistance. All right, so be careful with this one. Okay, hopefully it holds, and you will see these where it come to that trend line and then bounce. Red candle here. Look here, red candle came to the trend line here. Red candle, white candles, and then went all the way back up. All right, it is a red candle, so we have to take those seriously. Yen pairs. So these are closing. So the yen pairs are all closing, guys. So we should be out of those, okay? All sell signals coming in. We're not going to call sell shorting the yen pairs yet. Dollar pairs, they want to go long. They would like to go long, but they're not going long. Look at that horrible price action there. So the market is all over the place. USD CNH, looks like a good short there. All right, dollar CAD is still holding. And euro pairs all over the place there, okay? All right, so not a lot of direction in Forex. Hopefully that will change this week, okay? Yen pairs, so on the 60-minute in Monster Yen. All right, so sellers are coming in. All right, decent shorts on the 240 there. We didn't call these shorts. Now, if we get sell signals on the daily time frame, guys, in the yen pairs, we get sell signals on the daily. All right, we might start looking for shorts. But guys, we've seen this so many times where we see selling on the 60, on the 240, right, and then we don't see selling on the daily, and then all of a sudden buyers come in, and we get squeezed on these shorts. So I know it's enticing, right? It looks really good on these shorts, but just be careful. Stock Boss, let's take a look here. Heat Seeker, we've got 113, so 113 stocks in Heat Seeker as of Friday. And what are they buying? Basic materials. Okay, so all here, that's basic materials. So gold, silver, metals. You guys saw what gold is doing. So GORO is a gold stock here. Look at the weekly, guys. Look at the weekly. Weekly looks good. Now, some of our traders, if you've been with us for a while, right, this might be a big macro move in gold. I know it's gone up quite a bit, but you guys might want to take a look at the weekly. I mean, these are equities here. You might want to park some capital on I'm not telling you guys what to do, right? It's your own money, but you got to follow the buy signals, right? So a good markdown phase here, as an example, GORO buy signal on the weekly time frame, right? So that's 53 cents. Closed on Friday at 120, but I want to show you guys this. This stock came all the way from, was it $7? Let's bring higher. 20, almost $30, guys. Almost $30, and it fell to $1.20. Buy signal came in at 53 cents, right? Imagine this stock gets to $5 or $10 or $15, right? Can you imagine that? All right, so you know what's going on with gold. So again, even if you've missed the physical metals, you can still make money trading the paper asset, okay? Trading the stock, GORO, and again, you might be able to move that. Very seldom we trade on the weekly time frame, but look at this. All right. And the weekly will keep you in the trade a lot longer than the daily, especially when we have a um, big trade going with gold and silver. Okay. Gold and silver not showing any sign. Now, anything can happen. As soon as I say that, it will change. All right. But there's no sign of gold and silver um, um, selling off yet. Okay, if the dollar holds within that range, that will help gold and silver as well. Um, the only other sector is healthcare. We've seen some stocks in healthcare. Biotech still looks good, but boy, basic materials. Okay, nothing much in tech. In stock bar. So these are your small cap stocks. And again, basic material, you guys can see that there. That's the trade, okay? But I am liking GORO. All right, could be a big trade. Bull Master, we've got about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Bull Master, let's see here. Let's run it. So 247, so 247 symbols in Bull Master. That's a lot for large caps. All right, but again, basic materials. That's number one. So that says a lot when they're buying small cap stocks and large cap stocks. They're not buying tech. They're buying metals in both large cap and small caps. That's what they're buying, guys. That's what they're buying, okay? So basic materials here in Bull Master, that's our large cap stocks. Over $10, a lot. See, all of these here, that's basic material. All right, all here, basic material, basic material. All right, some capital goods there. Okay, quite a bit capital goods, but basic material. Healthcare as well, not as much. Basic materials, guys. All right. A good amount in tech. Let's take a look at tech. I want to see why tech is showing up. I want to take a look at the price action for tech here. They might be showing up but not trending. Okay. Yeah, so there's a breakout. So they're showing up. So what they're doing is they're accumulating. All right, so they're accumulating, waiting. So, and some of us breaking out. And let's see basic material. We should have really good trends in basic materials. So you got here, guys. Our bull master traders look for reaccumulation in basic materials because they've been running for a while. That's a nice reaccumulation there. That's a good one there. That's a good one. That's gone there. That's nice there. Metals. Okay. All right. Crypto's monster. All right. We see here with Bitcoin on the daily time frame, on the 60 minutes, it's pulling back there. All right. I don't think this trade is quite done yet. So let's see. Now, Bitcoin has failed on the daily before So here was a buy signal that failed here. Here was a buy signal here that failed. Okay. So if it fails, now whenever it fails, we do get sellers come in pretty heavy. Okay, so if it fails, boy, we'll test that 85,000 again if it fails. Okay. That is surprising though, that pullback here. But you see here, pull back, then got a bounce here. US 30, messy guys, nothing here. That's on the 15-minute time frame. We tried to trade it on the 15 and it didn't work out on Friday. All right, just messy. Look at that, just nothing here. And we have not been able to find a time frame to trade the US 30 and the NAS. And that's because of this consolidation here. So 60-minute time frame, let's move it here. Just a complete mess. So we try to get one trade in on the 15-minute on Friday and had to get out quickly there. NAS 100. Oh, that's short. Hold on. So the S&P. So basically the trade, guys, I mean equities, basic materials, that's the trade. Biotech, you might have an opportunity there. But even that is slowing. You might see where all that money goes into most of your, and I guess that's what's pushing the small caps, is that basic material. That's what's moving it. So that most of those gold stocks, guys, are small cap stocks, small cap companies. All right, so it looks like that's what's pushing small caps, right? Metals. Okay. That's what's pushing it. Usually we like healthcare, okay? Healthcare, financials to really move that market. But it's metals right now. All right, so we'll stop here. So metals, gold. All right, so monster metals traders, and we have a few metals traders here. All right, a buy signal. There's a new buy signal on the 60-minute time frame. What a nice buy signal. Look at this. So a really good buy signal. Perfect setup. All right, so markup phase, and that's reaccumulation. So look here. So for our new traders, and big congratulations to our new traders that are coming in. You're getting your systems. All right, so markdown phase, markup, right? Breaking resistance here, big candle here, broke resistance. All right, good amount of buyers came in here on this candle. Really good confirmation here. All right, on the 60-minute time frame. And then on the weekly here, we see a good amount of buying. So that's a good setup. This is all we want, guys. This is our job, right? To trade the setup. If the trade fails, come back down, breaks previous resistance, becomes support, we get out. Okay, but we've done our job. That's a perfect buy signal here on the 60. Silver, silver, same thing. Buy signal just came in this evening on silver on the 60-minute time frame. Look at the buyers here on the weekly. All right, this will not change overnight. This buying here on the weekly. Good buy signal here on the 60, breaking out. Platinum, all right, nothing here. We got to get past resistance to give a buy signal. Copper, nothing there. Okay. All right, guys. Dollar. That's it. Okay, perfect. All right. Thanks for coming. Small cap, guys. Small cap stocks. Okay. That's it. Small caps, basic material. That should be the focus for this week. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Otherwise, I'll see everyone on Tuesday. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming.